Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I hope you can hear me okay. Thank you for being here. I know this is a little bit, let's be honest, every one of my lives is a different time. Like I don't have a regular schedule, but usually when I go live on Sundays, it's at 3. But today it's 1. I don't know. It just seemed to be better. Lila's going roller skating with a friend. Hi, Jana. I just sent you a text, Jana. Check it out. Colin wants you to go to a concert with us. Lila's going roller skating. And so I thought it was good timing because Ken's out of town skiing. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. Before we get started, I wanted to share something that I shared in my Share Handmade Kindness Facebook group. If you're not part of that Facebook group, I really encourage you to do so because people share cards with all different companies and it's a happy place. We keep it positive. In that, and I share a lot there. Sometimes I do something called a closet craft chat where I'm sitting in my closet and I just talk about something. I talk about something that's coming up or just things about crafting. And yesterday I put one up about my lives, and I just wanted to explain to you kind of where I'm falling with all of the lives that I'm doing. First of all, before I start talking about that, I'm in a little bit of a funk today. I'm a little off. So I'm hoping this pulls me out of it. The only reason I share that is I'm not really, not really sharp on my game here. And I know it happens to all of you too. So anyways, back to my lives. I've realized there are 4 types of lives that I like to do, okay? One is where I pre-plan, where I come up with card ideas and techniques and all that before the live. I have everything prepped so that I can share several cards being made and focus just on the key parts, right? That's what the type of live that had been doing the most of, and I have 2 of those planned this week. The other type of live that I'll do, the second type of the 4, is the second type is I like to do crafty cohorts. That is something that before I started going live, I really wanted to do a lot of, where I have another crafty friend on with me and we either talk crafting or we create together. And I really like that type because I think there are a lot of great people in this industry, and I really want to make sure that, we're reminded we're all in this together. And I think we just bounce off of each other nicely. So that's the second type. The third type is where I just explore, where I pick a technique or a topic or a product, and I just show you lots of different things you can do with it so that you can stretch your supplies better, make better use of what you have. I did that, I think it was on Monday. I did that on Monday with press plates and foil plates, and I just showed tons of techniques, and I know some people really like that. So it's not about the finished card, but about things you can do to stretch your supplies. Then the 4th type, which I've just started doing and I think is a lot of fun, is where you help me create. This is where I show you some products, some things that I'm thinking about using. You help me vote. We'll do polls in the chat now. We figured out how to do that. We'll do polls where I say, do you want me to use this or that? Then I'll say, what colors do you want me to use? And you guys can vote. Another thing that is nice about that is you see my weird thinking through how I come up with a card. So I don't plan ahead of time. And I will focus on making sure there is some sort of tip or technique or creative way of using it, not just assembling something. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now I'm using new products because a lot of times that's what I use because that's what I know is available and that companies have a lot of stock in. If I went through my old stash and picked products from a couple years ago and let you choose, the chances of them having it in stock is very, very low. So by using new stuff, I can be sure that it's available if you're interested in it. However, I always try to share ideas for you know, other supplies that you could use so that you can do some of the things that we did here using the supplies you have. Does that make any sense? Remember, you can use what you have on hand for a lot of things we do. Now, sometimes there will be a certain product that comes along, like some interactive die set where you need the die set, right? But generally, you can use other things, and I encourage you to look at your stash. I think the best way to build creativity is to use that stash of yours. So those are the 4 types of videos, the 4 types of lives that I just will be doing. I know some people think they would like one more than the other, but I encourage you to watch the other types because I think you might be surprised. I think you might be surprised. For example, I did not think I would like to create live where I just wing it. And then I did it and I love it. So you never know. Yeah. So Catherine, today you'll hear the process. You will hear me overthink. You will hear me try to make decisions, and it's hard. But the good thing is you're here to help me. So when I start to overthink, you guys can kind of help me out. Amber, I am glad you're listening while working on taxes, and I'm sorry that that's what you have to do today. That's awful. That's awful. And man, I needed that hour of sleep. I don't know about you. Okay, so today I am looking at using Concord and 9th and Kristina Warner. They have a new release that went up this morning, and there are lots of good things in it. And I'm hoping to try to do 2 cards, or at least like the key part of 2 cards. So we need to decide what we're going to use. Now, there are some really good products in this live. Some of them I know I don't want to use here because they're really just assembly and I want to be a little more creative, but we'll plan all that together. Okay, so I'm going to show you some things and then we'll decide what I'm going to do. I have a few products in mind that I think would be good to use because there's so much that you can do with it, but we'll see. What was anything else? Oh, I have in the YouTube description below links to all of the new Concord and 9th and links to all of the new Kristina Werner. So if you want a closer look, check out those links. The nice thing is Concord and 9th and Kristina have lots of examples on their website. So if you want to see more things to do with it, you can check that out. Okay, so let me pull up some things today. Here we'll switch to, oh, wrong button. There we go. Switch to overhead. That was my fault. Sorry about that. Let's look first at, oh, is that turned?
Very slightly.
Oh, hold on. That drives me crazy when it's turned. I think that's a bit better. Okay. Let's look at Kristina's first. Because last time I did Greg's first. And we're going to just go through this quickly and see what we want to use. All right. First of all, Kristina, when she was designing this, she sent me a picture of it and I about flipped because you know I love Kristina's designs. So this is the Missing Your Hugs stamps. You know I love the word hugs, and I send a lot of Missing You cards. So what Kristina does really well is she makes the die set coordinate well with the stamp set, but it also is a standalone too. So it's not just basic outline dies. So there are dies to cut out all the big words here, but then there are dies that cut the Missing Your Hugs, you, Missing You. So if you want to do die cuts instead of stamping, there are both options. Then there are lots of little sentiments that you can team up with it, and I just think it's great. There's lots of hearts here. There's some outline hearts, layering hearts, and some stamping that you can do together. Do you mind asking Lila to put them? Thank you. Okay.
Put them in the box.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go tell them. Okay, so look at all, this is what Kristina does really well. Look at all the different sentiment combinations, and I'm sure that doesn't cover them all, but here are some. And I like that she does this. So like Missing Your Hugs, Missing You So Much, Sending Hugs of Comfort, You Are the Best, Missing Your Laugh, Sending Healing Hugs, lots of different options. So I really like this, and I really like that this would be large and in charge on the front of a card where you use like maybe background stamps or some sort of inky background. Okay, so that is Missing Your Hugs. I may choose a sentiment from this, maybe, because I think they're great. And remember, the die set has the thin letters and the shadow. All right, next up is, let's see, this is the Pretty Posies background stamp. I haven't looked at all this that well. I just have seen what Kristina's done because I talk to her all the time. So Pretty Posies background stamp. Then there is a stamp set too, an individual stamp set where these you could pop up different ones, stamp and pop them up. And then great sentiments, including if friends were flowers, I'd pick you, just saying hello. And some other good ones. Now here, I want to see this. I know, Kristina's so good. So good. Oh, hi from Bend, Oregon. My second oldest daughter's getting married there this summer. Okay, here we have an oval, and then this is an oval, like an oval frame. Like, see how it's a thin frame? So it's nice for layering. And these will cut those out, or you can make just cardstock ones. Hi, Pam. Now this is where Kristina, another place Kristina shines is her stencil sets. Because, oh, see, hold on. Let's look at the back of these. There's some of the flower ideas. I love how that sentiment fits there. So Kristina's other thing that she's really good at is layering stencils, because she makes her layering stencils large. These are big enough that you can make a 5x7 panel, a slim line, or you can make two A2 panels at once, which is nice. So you can do a lot of two for ones. And so let's see, in this stencil, there are the floral layering. Oh gosh, this is gonna be good. Oh, look at that. So these layer together and piece together to create a floral background like this. She's so good. Look at that. Okay, so those like kind of layer up to do that, but then there is the same pattern, but the background is exposed. So you could ink up these, then ink up this over it, and you would have a fully colored background. Or you could just use this by itself. Oh, then there's oh, nice. So this goes with the stamp set and dies. So this oval you can use for mask with that. And then these flowers color in the flower stamp sets. And they probably will color in individual ones on the background stamp too. Let me see. Probably, I'd have to spin around and find some. But it does, I know, coordinate with this. Doobie-doo, doobie-doo-doo-doo. I just have to spin here. So anyways, this is the Pretty Posies. There we go. So this is the Pretty Posies stamp set, background stamp, dies, and layering stencils. Goodness. Oh, and Mike, there was one with an oval on it. Can you show that one? It's a card Kristina did, and she said I could share it. It's got floral background, and it says, there it is. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. So that's Kristina's, and I was thinking maybe I could do, she said I could share it. I might do a card inspired by that, but do a spin on it, like doing something different with the stencil. So that's another idea. Okay. Then there is, this is, I haven't looked at this one at all. This is the Missing Your Hugs stencils. So it kind of, you know, the vibe of it goes along with what I showed you earlier. Hi, Vivian, thank you. So this has grid lines that are kind of a checkered board to line these up to do a background of hearts. Then if you want to, you could do a checkered background. So you could pick, oh, that would be really cool because it covers the whole cardstock then. Or you can do them together because see the hearts fit inside of the checker. So different options there. So there's her example where you use them all together, but you could skip the hearts and just have the plaid background. Ooh, I like how there's a thin white line between it. Does that do that? Let's see. I want to see. It does. Oh, I love that. Does it? Yeah. Oh, it does. Oh, I love it. So there's a thin white line between each. So you can do the plaid on its own, the hearts on their own, or the plaid and hearts together and get this. Isn't that fun? So that is the Missing Your Hug stencils. Then, okay, this is great. If I did a video with Kristina's products, her first collection that she came out with ever was a holiday one. And there was a Merry set that everybody loved, where it had the word Merry and a stamp set. Now, she said she'd come out with more, and now we have thanks. Let me show you what this does. And thank you. Keep that. So that you can stamp thanks and have it by itself, or you can stamp thanks and die cut it, and it gives you a thin letter in this inside, or just die cut letters. So you have the options of using them together separately. I like that there's thanks and thank you. I feel like sometimes you want a more formal thank you. Sometimes you want a less formal thanks. I did a shaker card using Mary. So you could go back and watch that video. Brienne, I think she just put it up there. Yeah. And you could do the same thing, but with thanks. Then there is the border die with extra metal on the sides so that it doesn't warp, and that fits with those sentiments. So you can see the kind of look that you can get there with the stamped letter on the inside. Isn't that cool? Somebody got booted. We didn't boot you, I promise. Isn't that fun? So I like the versatility again because there's options. You're right. Options are always good. If you're going to invest in new stuff, you need the options. Now, this is the one I did peek at right before because I wanted to see if it did something. This is called the Radiating Circle Stencil. And you can do a background many different ways of radiating circles, right? You could do it like that. I think you can kind of see what that would be. Or there are some in here that are rainbows. So you can make it rainbow or just like a pattern. So there's a pattern and there's a rainbow. And one thing that I noticed, Heidi, I don't think so. I'm here to teach you. And a lot of the things can be done with products you have. Look at this. These two rainbows line up. So if you wanted to have a full rainbow, this inks every other, this inks the ones between. So you can have a full rainbow of stenciled. And all I would do is use a mask, circle mask, to cut that out, or to mask off each. Or you could use a small brush. It does have a mod vibe to it. Yeah, so that's from Kristina. I have a few images for this. If Mike comes back. Mike, are you here? Mm-hmm. Okay, he's coming back. He went to get a drink. Oh, I'm glad you're here for your first live. I apologize. I'm in a little bit of a funk today, so forgive me if I'm not sharp as a knife. Okay, do you have the ones with like the rainbows or the circles?
Let's see, is it this one?
There's one of Kristina's examples. So that's just using the stencils as is and doing a different color over each. What's next? There is where she did ink blending for a rainbow. And are there any more?
Yeah.
There you go. And look at that. Very simple. She just left that space in the center to stamp thank you. Isn't that great? I love that. Okay. So those are Kristina's products. And I'm not sure. I was thinking of doing a card just to think about. Well, let's go through Concord and 9th. And then I'm going to pull out a few and let you guys vote what I use, okay? Okay. Yeah, Kristina's examples are great. And it's neat to see what she had in mind when designing the products, but then it's fun to see what others who haven't looked at the product so much have in mind. Okay. This is Concord and 9th next. And I am dying over this first set because it's so unique. I love unique. And I thought it was so stinking cute. It is the chicken chatter. I love it. I love it. So let me show you. There is a stamp set that allows you to create the chickens. There's a die set that allows you to create the chickens. And this is a have a happy day sentiment, which you could use for a variety of things. Then the two sentiments I really liked in here were still a spring chicken, which I think is fun for birthday, and then you're one cool chick. So there's little chicks, there's little eggs. You could use it for Easter too, but I feel like these little chickens are so cute. Now, if I were to use this today, which I think it's really fun and different, I would have some time to assemble the chickens, but I could do something fun with it, like have a chicken in a shaker that moves around but doesn't flip over, or have them pop out or something. So I think there are fun things you could do with it. Yeah, just like, aren't they cute? I don't know. Anyways, so that's one. Mike, can you show the chicken images? Greg said I could share these. So let's see. I just thought it's better to see some examples that have a happy day you could do with like any florals you have, I guess. What's next? There are different options. So I think the one on the top left is the dies to create the chicken, whereas the one on the bottom right is done with the stamps. Yeah, chicken on a wobbler would be fun. Okay, next. Is that it? Okay, and there's all the different options you can do. You can put like a little handkerchief on its neck. You can do a little high balloon. Several different options. You can see the cute little eggs there too. All right, so that's the chicken chatter. It's so funny. Okay, next up. Now this, I really think this is another unique set, but I don't think I'm going to use it today because it's a lot of just assembly, and I think it'd be easy to kind of figure out by following their examples. But this is the Mixtape rewind dies, and if you're from my generation, you made a few mixtapes in your day. It allows you to create like this mixtape and like a little pocket kind of thing using the dies here. And in fact, this makes a cassette tape that is folded, so it opens like a mini card. That's what that creates there with the score line down the middle. Then this creates a pocket, which you could, let me get that out. The pocket you could use on its own. Let me get that out. All right, so this creates a pocket alone. So you don't need to use that with the tapes, right? But you can see the cassette tape fits in there nicely. And then you got the Sentiment You Rock. I know some people like to have a more traditional masculine card. I think you could do that with this for sure. And then there's the stamp set that coordinates. Mike, did I give you any pictures with tape? Yeah. The tapes? Let me show you an example. So there's some examples. So you can see there that those two cassette tapes are mini cards. You could also like put them on the front of a card so it's a flap that opens up, or just stick it on the front of a card. Then you have the little sleeve there where the tape can fit into, and you could send that as a card. I just think that's so much fun. Hi, Simon. Simon Hurley just asked, is a mixtape like a playlist? If you don't know, Simon's a little younger than the rest of us. He doesn't know what a cassette tape is. I'm going to send you one, and you're going to have to find something to play it on, Simon. So yeah, I think this one's fun because I think it'd be fun for a teenager because they would get a kick out of it. And then also for anybody who grew up in the age at the time I grew up. Erica said, yes, Simon, it's the original playlist. Absolutely. Simon, we used to have to sit, you can come back. We used to have to sit in front of our boom box and listen to the radio. And if you wanted to have a song on tape, you would listen and you'd wait. And you'd like hit record, hoping the next song was the one you wanted to record. The amount of hours I lost doing that. Anyway, it's fun. It's fun. Yes, Simon. Original playlist. Yeah, Jennifer said, Simon, ask your mom. Yeah, his mom's my age and she's delightful. Okay, this is the Bright Blossoms inlay die. Concord and Ninth has done some, like, this says proud of you. Concord and Ninth has done some of these before. I think it was a tulip, and I did a video with it, where it cuts all these pieces and then you can inlay them together like or you can put them back together like a puzzle, right? And it creates a background like that, but you can also take just pieces and maybe do just the corner element or like a border element. So there are different ways you can put that together. And then there is a sentiment set that is the Bright Blossoms set. I did do a video using the tulip version of this. I would look at that one because I shared how you can put this together in different ways and like pop up different levels. So I probably wouldn't do that today because it's just mostly assembly. All right, next is a Turnabout stamp set. So you know turnabouts are fun because you can stamp it once, rotate it twice, rotate it 3 and 4, and it allows you to get a multicolor background. It also has lots of great sentiments. I really like this, you deserve the best. All right. Then there is the coordinating die set that cuts out some of these flowers so you can pop them up. And then the Love You Lots and You Are So Wonderful. Now I think, did I give you a Love You? I don't know if I did. That Love You Lots fits really nicely in the center of a card. And so it, you know, you could do like the Turnabout background or another inky background and put that on it. All right, then the last one, oh no, there's 2 more. Then there are Easter greeting dies. So if you're making Easter cards, there's Easter blessings and Happy Easter. I appreciate when Concord and 9th does this because they do, usually will have 2 different styles together so that you have 2 options. Like this one could be more elegant, this one could be more playful. And then the shadow die is included. Hey, Brian, can you I don't know, Brian, if you could find it or not. There was, I think, a tulip inlay. And I'm wondering if you could find that video. I bet she can. I bet she can. All right, the last one from Concord and 9th. And this is another one I was thinking about using. This is so cute. It is the Perfectly Tied. So this creates a background of bows. This is a background of bows, and you can see there's 2 stencils, so you can do like light and dark shades to get that dimensional look. Then there is the embossing folder. So you can do the stenciling and then use the embossing folder and it'll give it texture. So you have a background of textured bows. Then there's a stamp set that have a Beautiful Day and You Are So Lovely. And then there are coordinating dies for the bows, so if you want to add them to a wreath or whatever. And I know bows are very, very popular right now. And this looks like this is a 3-dimensional one. Yeah, it's a 3-dimensional. So you're going to get a lot of realistic looking dimension to the bows. And it's nice that you can die cut them out because sometimes when I'm making a wreath, I want a bow on it, but I don't want a real bow because that's too bulky. Okay, did I give you a bow example? Okay, here's a bow example from Concord and 9th. Did I? Mm-hmm. Look how cute that is. That's so sweet. And it's hard to tell there, but there is an embossing folder texture to those bows. So they've got some dimension. All right, so let's go through some of these. And we're going to narrow it down. I think I'm going to narrow it down to maybe 4 things and we're going to vote. So Mike, you're going to have to get ready. Oh, okay. So the first one I'm considering is maybe doing a full shaker card using the bows. That's one option. So put bows for option number 1. Then I'm thinking about, I really want to use this, but it would be it would take a lot of time to die cut it all and assemble it all when you can just follow examples on the website. I'm probably going to use this off screen and make a bunch of little tapes, but I don't think I should do that live because I don't think it'd be the best use of your time. So I'm not going to, oh, the other, it would be the chicken chatter where I could either do like maybe a shaker card where the chicken moves around but doesn't flip upside down. Or I could do some sort of pop-up with it. I don't know. Or have them kind of go off the edge. I don't know. So the second one's chicken. Okay. So there's chicken, there's bows. Mike's writing them up, putting them in there, and soon we'll have them. Hi, Kathy. Everybody wish Kathy a happy birthday. It was her birthday yesterday. And I bugged her all along in text. And I've already done it this morning too. Okay.
Is it just those two?
Not yet. There's more. Oh gosh, I don't know. I could do these floral stencils. And I don't know, maybe the thanks. This is so hard. I want to use so much of it. No shaker. No shaker. Okay. Remember when somebody makes a shaker card though, you could turn it into a window card. I could also make him spin. I could do a spinner card. That could be fun. I could do a Z-fold spinner card with the chicken. Oh, maybe, maybe not. So I don't know if the other, oh, the rainbows. But I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Oh no.
I knew you were alive.
You didn't know? I'm sorry. You want to say hi?
No, it's okay. You're good.
Colin just showed up. There he is. I need a hug. What are you doing here?
Let's say hi.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Church. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I don't have much time. I have 3 exams to sleep.
Go study. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Enjoy your life. Do you like the pinball?
I'm sorry. Okay. The next is the rainbows. Love you, buddy. Okay. Good luck studying. Text me later. With the rainbows, you could, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So maybe not. I don't know. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So I think maybe, and maybe I could incorporate with these florals, I could either incorporate the thanks or the missing you. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so those are my, I think those are the 3 options. So, okay. So the options are bows or chickens. No, not rainbows, floral. These floral stencils. Okay. This is going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard. And if I actually move fast enough, I might be able to start a second one, but I don't know. My boy stopped by. I saw him yesterday too. Okay. So Mike put the chat up, or the poll up. So I'm going to give you a moment to vote. And if I use like one, I might be able to incorporate some other things in. Okay. So at the top of the chat is a poll. How do I see it? I want to see it. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, there we go. Look at that. I never know what you guys are going to vote for. I can see already what it's going to be. Well, there you have it. Maybe I'll incorporate the circles onto it. So we're going to do, it looks like it's going to be chickens. So it's chickens for the win. Never thought I'd say that. Chickens for the win with 48%. All right. Next question is, should I do a spinner card where when you open it, the chicken spins? What did I do? This is my life.
Do you have a die of waffles?
Oh, people are saying no chickens. Listen, I'm trying to please the people. I will be doing non-chicken cards later this week, I promise. But I promise I'll make it worth your time. So I could do, all right, like next video. Next video, or next poll, I mean. Should I do like I could do a wobble chicken, but that's easy. You just stick a wobbler on it. That's not really showing anything. I could do, okay, the first option is a spinning chicken. This is my life. The second would be a shaker, where I show how to make a move without flipping over. I know, you guys, I'm sorry I'm doing the chickens because that's what people voted for. I'm sorry. I don't know. Sorry. Now see, I'm going to feel bad. This is the problem with this though, is that I feel bad that not everybody's happy, but I'm really trying. I'm trying. Or should I do some sort of pop-up? I have no idea what it would be, but I would find a way. So those are the 3 options. Mike's going to put it at the top of the chat and you can vote for that. All right, it's in the top of the chat. Can you scroll it a bit? All right. Oh, you don't have a wobbler. Yeah, wobblers are very inexpensive. I can show you a wobble as we go. I could make the chicken laying an egg, but I'm not. That I'd have to do off screen. I could do a pecking chicken where he swings, like where he like leans down. Oh, that's gonna take some thinking. For doing a pecking chicken, Brienne, if you could, I've done videos with pendulum, I think I call them, or swinging. It uses a penny. That's what you would want to do. Okay, rules are rules. Yep, I gotta stick with what people vote. Okay, it's a spinning chicken for the win. The good thing about a spinning chicken, I could try a pecking chicken, but I have to think on that. I have to think on that. I think I'd have to, a roast chicken. That would be terrible. Roasting a chicken? I'm not doing that. I will try a pecking chicken another time. Is it pecking or pecking? I don't know. That's fun. You guys are funny.
Peking chicken?
Peking, okay. I'm gonna do spinning. The pecking chicken I might try another time. But you would need a pendulum. If you do a search on pendulum cards, that's what you would do with a penny. But I would have had to prep that, and I didn't think of that. So I'm gonna do a spinning chicken. The nice thing about, oh no. A nice thing about a spinning chicken is that you could make a lot of different things spin. Okay, so for those of you who are not into the chicken thing, you could make other things spin. All right. The wobble chicken, I will show you the wobble when we get to that. Just once I have a chicken made, remind me, and I have chicken soup. I will show you how to make it wobble instead. It's not hard. Hold on, Mike, can you add wobblers to the supply list? Because they're gonna wanna see that. Let me find, give me a minute to find something here. Because I wanna make sure I assemble everything right, so I'm pulling up images. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take this guy. So there's two different chickens. And the nice thing is there's two different chickens so they face each other, okay? Oh yeah, the checker. Carla, good idea. The checker would go good with this. I am going to make a chicken. There's two that face each other, but I'm gonna make the one. And I think this goes on his head. This goes on his head. Then we're gonna do feet. We'll do feet. What am I doing? Oh, Mike, what did I get myself into? I could do a little, I know, the mixtape is good too. A little scarf on him. I think that's good. Can you scroll up? Okay, I'm gonna make a chicken. And while I'm making a chicken, you can ask any questions. If you have some questions you want to ask me. I'm making this guy. I don't know if I'm going to put the little scarf on him or the little handkerchief. Maybe I would. Let's see, what color do I want to do? All right. I think I will use, I'm running out of Tide Pool. This is my last sheet of Tide Pool. That's sad. Let's see here. Tide Pool and... I want a Tide Pool. Should I go for unique colored chicken? So Mike, the first vote is unique colors or more of a traditional chicken, like a white kind of chicken. Unique or white? Mike's gonna put the vote at the top. So you can let me know which you wanna pick. In the meantime, I'm gonna get his little feet done. All right. Yes to the scarf. Okay, So I could do like traditional and do like a red and white checker background, which would be very, very busy, but I could do it. So the chicken would be white, maybe a red handkerchief, and then a red and white plaid or checkered background. Or I could do fun colors and like something a little more subtle on the background. All right, so is the vote in, are people voting? There's a vote or a poll up there. I'm getting his.
Unique. A lot.
A lot, most people say unique. Okay. I never can guess. I never can guess. I know, I do need to, the fact that I'm running out of Tide Pool kind of makes me panic a bit. I'm gonna have to place an order. I definitely can't run out of Tide Pool.
You use it so much.
I use it a lot. Okay, so I did the 2 Tootsies, toes, feet, whatever. Let's see, I'm gonna do, should I do like yellows for the chicken, like yellow and coral, or should I do blues for the chicken? So yellow and corals or blues, Mike?
Okay.
People can vote. I probably should have checked to make sure I can find my clear string. Yeah, here it is. Okay, good. All right. Or pink chicken. Yeah, pink could work too. But all right, Mike's got to pull up. So vote for colors. Should we do blues or yellows and corals? A Tide Pool chicken. Holly, I like how you think. Oh my goodness, you guys throw me off every time. Every time. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to find a different color then. Yellow. Well, we need buttercup for that. Is it still yellows and corals?
You're really hoping it won't be.
What?
You're really hoping it won't.
No, no,
Corals. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to do, what do we need? Watermelon. Hold on, where's my watermelon? Oh, hang on. Give me a minute. I got to find cardstock. Oh, I'm low on, this is my second to last watermelon. Oh, that's frightening. Let's see. One more thing. I'm pulling out some cardstock colors. This is, that could be pretty. Yeah. Un momento. Sorry. I gotta find these things. Like, are there questions that people have?
Yeah.
I feel bad that I'm ignoring them to do this. There we go. I think I'll do that. Okay. Okay, so what I have here is Concord and Ninth Buttercup, Concord and Ninth Sunflower, Concord and Ninth Watermelon, and I think this is Paper Tray, an older one. I think it's Altenew Vanilla Cream. Yes, Altenew Vanilla Cream. And I'm not sure which of those I'm going to use, but I'm going to use some of them together. Do I still scrapbook? No, I don't. I kind of feel like that ship sailed for me. I don't know. I can you play the wobble song and do the wobble dance? I don't know the wobble song. And yeah, I don't know the song or the dance. Does the tape, oh, Vivian, what a great question. Vivian wants to know if that Mixtape fits a gift card. I'm going to pull it out and I'll look for you. How's that? Okay, I've got some paper there. Let me get the cassette tape. Where are you? There we are. I've got a gift card here to Sports Authority. I don't know why I have this, but okay. This is the cassette tape. And yep, you can put a gift card in there. Can you see that? It'll fit, a gift card would fit in there quite nicely. And then that would mean that if you wanted to use this pocket for non-tape, it would be nice for a nice size card you can make it just a folded card that fits into this pocket, and it works nice for a gift card. Somebody asked about my reorganization. Yeah, I said I was going to do that all of March. What's the date? March 9th. It may be a March-April thing. I am working on reorganization. I have the squirrel syndrome with reorganization where I like start something and then it's like squirrel and I go do something else. Somebody on Instagram told me that means I have ADHD. I don't think so. I think I have anxiety. But I start one thing and I don't finish it. But I have started reorganizing my embellishments because I had them all in drawers and it was taking up too much room. So I've got a new system. Once that's done, that's probably the first thing I'll share. Then I'm hoping to do cardstock. I don't know. You know, we're trying all the things. We're trying all the things. We'll see what we come up with. So let's see here. Oh, come on. I don't know. I love organizing. I love it. But it's also such a big project. Like each thing is such a big project that I kind of get a little, not bored with it, but I'm like, okay, I need to do something else. But then I never finish the first thing. So I'm I'm trying. I really am trying to do it. I've been sharing some of the little bits of me working on it on Instagram. Right now, as I said, I'm doing my embellishments. I'm kind of purging them too as I go. I need to do a lot of purging. So I will be doing giveaways of a lot of that. In fact, maybe that's one of the giveaways I'll do today. Yeah, that might be a good one. And just kind of narrowing things down a bit. Distracted, yeah. Just here's the thing. I like so much of what I have and what I do that it's hard to kind of stay focused on one thing. Okay. Do you guys like doing the polls? I think it's fun. I think it's fun. It gives us something different to do. Then I'm going to do, maybe I'll do, I'm going to do a bright yellow chicken. Should I do the light? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this goes here. Oh, I should have done that from the yellow. All right, sorry, I gotta think a little bit here. So what I do is when I need cardstock to cut, you saw me take a full sheet from there because I wanted to make sure I knew what colors I was using so I would be able to tell you, but I also have tons of pre-cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 over there that were big scraps that I cut down. Normally I would reach for there, but when I want to try to be able to tell you what I use, I will take a full sheet. So I took full sheets and I cut them in half both ways. So I have 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch pieces. And then when I'm done, I can go put it back in with all my full sheets of cardstock. So I have that available and I know exactly what color I'm using. I hope that made some sense. Yeah, I have a hard time, Carol, also with knowing what to get rid of, but I don't know. I always feel like if I haven't used it in so long, sometimes it needs purge. But I like to give this stuff away. I think it's fun. And the embellishments, I would say 80% of them I bought. I have so many. It's ridiculous. Most of them are from Trinity Stamps. They're my favorite embellishments. Okay, so I've got chicken parts. Okay. Brianne asked, should we do a poll asking people if they like polls? Like doing the polls. Mike's going to do that. He's going to ask in a poll, do you like doing the polls where you get rid of, or where you get to vote on what I do? Or do you have no interest in the voting? So like polls or don't like polls? Okay. Now I'm going to start putting my chicken together. I'm using Gina K Connect, which is a liquid adhesive in a fine tip bottle. I love this glue. It's my favorite. Put him together. And then I'll put something heavy on them while I dry. Yeah, Trinity Stamps is great. They have so many great embellishments. And get this. This, you will laugh at me. In reorganizing my embellishments last night, it's spread out all over my dining room table. In reorganizing and purging, I went over to Trinity Stamps and I spent like another $100 on embellishments because I have issues. That's just the way it goes. No, I wanted more of certain kind that I've been using lately. And then I wanted some to give away. Okay, I need to get a piece of paper. Actually, I'll use the recycling here. Okay, now I need 2 chickens of the exact same size, but I need them reverse because I want to be able to take another chicken and glue him to the back, okay? So that it can spin and it'll look good on both sides. So I need to assemble this chicken upside down. But you know how when you die cut, you know how when you die cut the back looks jaggedy or on the edge, whereas the front looks smooth? But I need the back. So what I do to smooth it out is I either take a piece of folded typing paper or printer paper. If Simon's here, he doesn't know what typing paper is. Or some thin packaging. I just took this off my die cuts, or my dies. And I put my die cut in there, and then I run it through, and that kind of flattens it a bit. Yes, Kathy, when I show how I'm reorganizing my embellishments, I will show the ones that I like the most. Okay, so now look now the back. The back is not jaggedy on the edge. So it's smooth, okay? So now I can create a chicken in the reverse. So I'm gonna put, does that make sense? Tell me if this makes sense. I'm gonna put one of each in here to flatten so that I can do one chicken how it was meant to be and one assembled upside down. Oh, did people, 95% like them. Good. The other 5%, I'm sorry. I will have 2 normal lives this week where I pre-plan, so just different things. Oh, Kat, that's a great sentiment. I think you'd need to get it for this. Okay. So now I have the different parts. So here goes this. Did I flatten? Yeah. Did I? Yeah. So I flattened those. Does it make sense? Okay, good. So yeah, if you want to use your dies upside down and you don't like that bumpy that you get on the back when you die cut, put them in a piece of scrap clear packaging, thin stuff. Put them in there like a sandwich or a taco and run it through. Another thing you can, I think it works better actually with the clear packaging than it does a folded piece of paper. Yeah, I like the pre-planned lives too, but I also think there's something fun about this. So I'm trying to do a little bit of both. Did I do the right head? Yes, I did. Okay. Oh, I'm making a different chicken than I planned. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, so this is... Yeah, Suzette, I also get distracted by things I find when I'm creating. Wrong. I definitely get that too. Oop. Let me see, does that fit right? Nope, okay. Sorry, I've got to figure out how to put this together. Tacos are good, I agree. So I'm making this one pink, but I'll probably change his beak out. I don't know. Kind of winging this here. Normally I would probably put some layers to this, but I don't want to take too long. All right, over here, let's put that on there. Mike, are there some questions I can answer while I put my chickens together? Oh my gosh, for heaven's sakes, that's cute. That is so cute. Okay, I need some orange. What's a question, Mike? Hit me with it.
Let's see. Someone asked if there's a place where you can donate supplies for people who lost theirs in fires or floods.
Okay, that's a great question about where to donate stuff. I have no idea. I would actually really would like to know that too, like people who lost their crafty joy, all their supplies in a fire. I have not heard of anything. Maybe somebody in the chat will. I don't know that I'm going to like that color. Maybe somebody in the chat will have a better idea. I like to donate. Ronald McDonald House is a great one, but I also like to donate to schools. Like I found a bunch of old trimmers that I don't use anymore, and so I am giving them to Wila's art teacher. They always want supplies. They love cardstock. Man, they love cardstock. Tide Pool. Diane asked what color Tide Pool is. Yes, Tide Pool is Concord and 9th, and it is one of my favorite colors. All right. Kathy Lee asked, I have an Empress, and I would like to know how often you replace that magnetic platform. I have not cut into the platform yet. So this is the magnetic plate. You can either cut into it or into the clear plate. I cut into the magnetic mat more often, and I know when to replace it when it gets warped on the side. But really, you can keep going then. If it starts to get a little warped on the side, just put in your metal shim behind it, and it'll give more pressure. I don't know if you can see this one's kind of warped on the side, but I could keep going by adding a metal shim behind it. So you can keep it going for a long time. Sometimes I change them out sooner than I need to, just so it looks better in a video. I try to be aware of that. All right, I didn't really do a good job lining that up. Now let's see if I can get this out. All right, I'm gonna cut this. See, this is where Jennifer goes a little bit overboard. I'm cutting his beak off because it's mean. That's mean of me. Okay, so we need a beak on here. Let's do this. Sorry, guys. There we go. Did I get it right? Tuck that in there. So he's got a beak that's orange now. Come on. I'm finagling here. This is what I do. Okay, so there's a beak that's orange. Lila's still here?
I'll check.
That's weird. She should have been gone by now. And then a beak for over on this side. Aren't these chickens cute? They're cute. He does have like a little wink kind of look on him, or like his eyes kind of closed. So you could do black in there, but I think I'm going to change it up and put a black gem on his eyes later. So I'll do that later. Okay, so now I have two chickens that are back to back. I do need to make sure he has strong legs on both sides. So I'm going to take another one of the chicken legs, put glue on the top here, I'm going to line it up with the ones I already got. You know what? That's not, yeah, I'll do that. Hang on. Actually, I'm going to wait to add those. So now I have two chickens that are facing each other, so it'll help him to spin. Now when spinning, I normally use clear thread because then you don't see it, but I think it might be better in the video if you can see it, so I'm going to use like a white thread. But normally I would just use, this is clear thread from Singer. You could use fishing line. I think I have fishing line in here too. Yeah, here we go. This is for bead making. It's just clear, clear cord. The clear I think is best, but I'm going to use white so you can see it a little bit as I put it together. All right. Guess you could use Google Eyes on here. I may go back and add a handkerchief. I need to figure out what the rest of my what other colors will be on my card first, so I can pull it all together. Now we need to sandwich. Who's here?
I was calling.
Oh, he's still here. Okay. I need to sandwich this thread, which again, I would use clear normally, but I'm using white so you can see better. And in fact, I'll do this on dark cardstock so you can see it. Hopefully you'll be able to see, there you can see the white better. Okay, So I need to sandwich this thread between it. Just make it longer than you need. Now, everybody's rethinking their decision that they didn't order the chicken. I'm taking this thread. I'm going to use magnets to hold it still.
Be a lot of beeping.
Uh-oh. Mike's having Girl Scout cookies. So that's not fair. Okay. There's a chicken. See how the thread is right down the center? Now I'm going to take some tape. I'm going to tape that oh, he's got tape hanging out of his rear. Let me fix that. There we go. Let's just tuck that back in. And some tape down here. See how I taped the thread going down it? I don't think the Better Press works on a Vagabond. I do not think so. All right, so the tape is just taped right through there. Now, I need to put chicken leg on the other side too. The reason I'm doubling it up is it makes it stronger. Let's do this. Hold, please. Now, I'm putting the other chicken, that's his legs, and now the other chicken on top of it, and that will sandwich the thread between it. So, get some glue on here. Hold on. And then, let's put some, place that on top. And now we have thread sandwiched between. Okay? I'm going to put a heavy magnet on there. Let me get it just right. I can pick it up now. Get that just right. There we go. So see how the thread is sandwiched between. Yeah, the magnetic board is very helpful. While I give that a moment to dry, I'm going to overthink some. Yeah, so Jane, about Girl Scout cookies. I agree. I don't want to eat them. And I made a promise to myself I would never say no if a Girl Scout asked me to buy cookies, because I feel like it's like a little entrepreneur building up in them. What I do is they have an option where you can buy cookies, but they get shipped, I think, to soldiers. And you don't do anything but just pay for the cookies. And I love that option. So that's what I do most of the time. Like if somebody online asks me to buy cookies, that's what I do.
What's the dark color?
This right here, that's Hero Arts Nautical. It's a great, I feel like it's a true navy is what I would call it. All right. Okay. The chicken looks great on the dark cardstock. Well, maybe I do that. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I put my chicken on dark cardstock. I want to flatten another one of these. I'm layering up because that's what I do. You're rethinking what did I say? Yeah, I should give the cookies out with my supplies. You're rethinking getting or not getting the chicken. Yeah, I like the chicken. Okay. Now, let me show you a wobbler too. That's something else I can do while this dries. Pop these out. So I cut 2 of this extra detail piece because I wanted dimension to my chicken. I don't know. Belinda, welcome to the madness. Belinda, this is not my normal type of live. This is a different one. This is where I don't plan and I let you guys vote on what I do. And you hear me overthink and get flustered as I do so.
You're doing great.
On Tuesday at 3 and Thursday at 3, I will have regular lives where I pre-plan. In fact, I've already pre-planned some. One of those lives is going to be, oh, I did it wrong. Drats. I did it wrong. Let me get another one. One of those lives, I'm doing a 4-for-1 technique with stamps and dies. So that one is on Tuesday, where you get 4 cards in the process of 1. Then on Thursday, we're we're going to be stretching supplies. And I think I'll have some more traditional masculine cards in that one for those of you who like that. How often do I do my nails? When I get bored. I do them too often. I change them before they need to be changed, or before they fall off. I just get bored. So I change them. Okay, there we go. I just wanted more dimension. He will stand out more once I put a black eye on him. But it's very subtle. I did like a darker yellow on the inside and a lighter yellow on the outside. I don't know. I might add some layers to his tail too. In fact, you know what would be fun? You could go in with, see the little, I'm going to show you. This is the kind of thing that I like to do. I talk about stretching your supplies. It's what I'm about to do isn't really adding a whole lot of value to the card, but it is building my creativity. And I love to look at sets and think, oh, this one die can be used to do something different, like what I'm doing here. And that way you can get more out of it. Sorry, I'm a little flustered, but look at, this is a leaf die. And I'm going to put it to look kind of like detail on his tail. See how that kind of adds some detail look to it? I think that's kind of fun. But it's really supposed to be a leaf, part of a leaf. I don't know. I feel like that, looking at your dies and thinking about that is a way to, they say creativity is a muscle. So you got to think about little things like that where you just get a little creative. Little aspects just makes you get more comfortable being creative. All right. So this one goes on this side. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. The nails that I use, they're actually in the description below. If you scroll down, you'll see them there. So there's my little chicken, two-sided chicken with the thread. So now he can spin. Yes, oh, that's a great idea. Who said that? Laura Bush, you win Creativity Queen of the Day. She said the little shapes that I added there could be little chicken prints, footprints. Oh, Susan said so too. Oh, you guys are smart. See, that's why you're here. And if I wasn't making a shaker card, I would do that. Now, if you were interested in a wobbling chicken, let me just show you what it would be real quick. I'm not going to make one, but I'll just show you quickly because we're kind of at that point. So say I assembled a chicken. Sorry, assembling that took some time. Yeah, we're not eating this chicken. This chicken is not going to get eaten. These are wobblers. They're called action wobblers. I think Mike added them to the supply list, or he's going to right now.
I couldn't find what they're really called to search for.
Wobbler. And they should be in my link list. Or action. They're little springs. And so they flatten, but then they pop up. And they remember the pop-up position, so they really pop up. And you just stick it on the back of any die cut. It could be a stamped circle or a die cut circle. It doesn't have to be a shaped one. I've used these many times in videos. They're inexpensive. Then you remove the release paper on the other side and you stick it down, and then watch, he wobbles. So it flattens to go in an envelope, and then he wobbles. Okay? Can you do a horizontal spinner? You can, but the thing is that I feel like it's better vertical because it'll keep kind of spinning some. When it's on display, it'll kind of move around a little bit, but you definitely could do a horizontal. I could have done that. I could have put the string through this way, but then sometimes he's upside down. I don't know. It's totally up to you though. So that's an action wobbler. So you definitely could have done that. If you would want to do the pecking where like the chicken would come down or go back up, you would have to do a pendulum card, which would have a penny weight in here that would make them swing. It's Gertrude. Trudy the chicken. Okay, so there we have. Now, we have to decide what we're gonna do what color we're gonna do for the background. So, let me get some options here. Hold please, gotta find them. I could do, and we're gonna have to vote, but I'm not sure what we're voting on yet. So just watch me here to help me think through this. We could do like a, oh, that's kind of cute. Like a tide pool card. Like I'm thinking the background, okay? You could do like a tide pool card and we can do like a checker on it. The check kind of goes with it. It could be the sea glass or the tide pool. So like a pool colored card with the checker. Or we could do a more subtle where it's on white, and we could do a checker with like a really light yellow, like a cream color ink like this. But I'm thinking the checker is a fun idea. I was thinking about the circles coming in like this because I really love this die set, but I think you're right about the checker. So let me look. That's what I'm considering. Yeah, so what do you think? Should I do the background of the card be like a blue color like this, a pool color, and we do a checker on it? It would be tone on tone. Or should I do white checker with cream? So pool or white? And Mike's gonna put that in the poll. And Mike, can you scroll it then? So tone on tone with the pool, or white with a really light cream inking. You could do bold, like red and white or something, but I'm afraid that would be too loud and our chicken would get lost. So whatever I do is going to be kind of more subtle.
Tone on tone with pool or white with cream?
Yeah. All right, he's putting it in the poll up right now. So probably with this, I would do, oh, I know what I would do. I'd probably do white over one stencil and pool with the other stencil. This one I would just do maybe light cream and a darker cream. All right, do your vote. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. You can keep voting, but sometimes the vote comes very high for one, and I know that probably isn't going to change. So most people say pool. All right, I'm thinking, let me think. Okay, I think I'm gonna do, this is Concord and 9th Tide Pool. It is my last sheet. So let's hope I don't mess it up. Would you consider doing a live after 3 p.m.? Sometimes I do. They do go for a while. They usually go for a couple hours. But honestly, it's hard to do it too late, but I could do one a bit later. Okay, I need to think because this is my last piece of Tide Pool, so I can't mess up. All right, I think I'm gonna cut this in half. This might be better. Honestly, this could be better as a bigger card, like a 5x7, but no, we're gonna go with this. All right, so I'm cutting my sheet in half. Isn't it gorgeous color? Yeah, it's gorgeous. That's why I've used, I wonder if I have more up top. No, I don't. Darn it. It's a sad day. Sad day, but I'm short on watermelon too, so I'll just make it. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked the poll. I'm trying different things. Like I said at the beginning of the live, everybody has a different vote or a different idea of what they want in a live. I'm just trying to do different things, to keep things fresh. Okay, this is 8.5 by 5.5. Let me think here. I've got to do some thinking. Let me think here. Just looking at the pattern. Yeah, I'm just going to score this down the center at 4 1/4 and then fold it in half. Now there are a few ways you can do this. One way would be to lay this all out, but I'm afraid I'm going to mess that up. I don't want to mess anything up today because, you know, I can't edit it out. All right. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 5.5. I'm going to put this is my Altenew sticky grip mat. I'm going to lay that on there. And we have 2 stencils from Kristina. This is the Missing Your Hugs stencil set. I was hoping she'd pop in today. I haven't seen her. And you can see they line up together. So I'm going to start with the first one. Let's do doobie-doo. Have you guys noticed I say doobie-doo when I'm thinking? Mm-hmm. I'm weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you could decorate the back of the card base. I could, but I want to make sure, you'll see why in a moment. I want to make sure I have this a certain way. Putting magnets there because I don't want that to come undone. It's not going to come undone, but you'll see why I'm putting magnets on here later. So that's suction there. That's not going to move. All right. You scroll it. Now I'm going to take, I wanted tone on tone, so I'm taking Tide Pool ink and putting that on my Tide Pool cardstock. All right. Yeah, sorry, Tracy. I'm weird that way. This is a 1-inch blending brush from Pink Fresh Studio. Oh, Erica, thank you. I can buy some more Tide Pool. 1-inch blending brush from Pink Fresh. I call it the magic brush because it allows you to kind of control how much you put down. Instead of getting like a harsh line or getting too much color, you can build it up. Can you add the 1-inch blending brush to the supply list? Forgot to put it on there. Actually, I didn't forget to put it on there. I had no idea what I was going to be doing. So this is, I'm putting a very light amount, okay? I could go heavier. I definitely could go heavier if I wanted to here, but I want a subtle look here. I'm going to peel this up so you can see, and I can check and make sure it's enough. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now I do know this is going to come back a little, like this color will kind of pull back a bit. Yeah. Somebody asked Concord and Ninth Color Club. Oh, yeah. Concord and Ninth mentioned something about they're going to have a color club coming out. It's a free thing. I don't know when that starts. I don't know. If I get a chance, I'll text Greg, but I think he's on vacation with his family. Okay, so watch this. Well, yes. Okay, so there we go. Right. Got that. Now I need to do something here. I want the same plaid on the inside as I have on the outside. So these are alignment guides from Altenew. I'm going to put that down here so I know that that is where my card goes in, where it lines up right there. So I'm going to peel this stencil back, open this, and then watch. I'm going to flip my card inside out. So this was the front of the card I inked, and now I'm going to ink the inside of the card. So I flipped it inside out, and I will place that back in there, into that little nook. So I will end up having the plaid in the exact same spot on the inside and the outside. Okay. Oh, the color club has been pushed back until the 21st. Thank you, Betsy. She just texted me. Thank you. Okay, so stay tuned for that. When it comes out, it's just information on color. It's not something you subscribe to, or not something you pay for. And when the color club comes out, I will let you all know. All right. So this is giving me the plaid in the same place on the inside as the outside. And you'll see why I wanted to do that in a moment. Okay. If you don't have grids or grip mats, you can do use a little bit of tape to hold your card down and use tape to make that little corner like this. Okay. So now what I have is the plaid is the same on the inside and outside. Oh yeah, I do have a little overhang. That's okay. All right, so that's Tide Pool. All right, so we're gonna remove this stencil and move on to the next one. Let me clean a little bit here. I'm just using a baby wipe because that's what I've got here. All right, isn't that pretty? Tone on tone. Color Club is something that Concord Ninth will be doing that will, it's just like, it's going to be sharing information about color. It's not like, and I think it's every month they'll share things, I'm not sure, but it will be just very helpful informative. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to have this lined up right because I should have done, yeah, I was supposed to do, but that's okay. Hold on. I'm a perfectionist. So the Color Club, ignore the talk of the Color Club. It's not out yet. And when it does, it's free. It'll be ideas of color from Concord and 9th. When it comes available later this month, I'll let you guys know about it. Okay, so I had this here. It was like that, right? Now I'm gonna come in and, yeah, lay this on top and get it lined up. This is Jennifer overthinking putting the second stencil on. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it because that's what I do. I overthink. All right. There, Betsy put what Color Club is in the comments. Okay, so now I can lift this one up, take this one off, and lay that one back down. Boom! Okay. So I lined up the next one. There are other ways to do it. I just didn't think of it at the time, you know, to make sure they're lined up. How do I view this live on my computer? You just go to my YouTube, and if you go to the live section, you should be able to just click it. All right, I need to get an inking tool. Hold, please. So I did Tide Pool on Tide Pool cardstock first. Now I'm going to do white pigment ink over the other one. So the first checks will be a little bit darker. These will be a little bit lighter. Yeah, Cynthia, I do. I think overthinking isn't such a bad thing in card making, because sometimes when you overthink, that's when you come up with the idea, like the really creative ideas. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on heavier here. There we go. So this is a Tim Holtz mini ink blending tool. And that's what I like to use for my pigment inks, as opposed to using a brush. This is going to be very subtle. Now the reason it's going to be very subtle is because this is a white pigment ink I'm putting over, it's a pretty light color cardstock. If I use this on a darker color, it definitely would show up more. Some things that you could do here is, this will be wet white pigment ink for a bit. You could put Perfect Pearls on this, which is a pigment powder with like a pearly shine. I did that in a video recently, so you could put that on here if you wanted to. I'm not going to today, but that's another option. All right, look at that. Oh, that's fun. Hold on, let me put a little more in here. When I put this ink down, I like to kind of pounce and twist. Okay, you know, like a silver would be pretty too. Look at that. Do you see it? There we go. You can see it. Isn't that fun? I love that. I love that. Okay, so there we have it on the front. I might put a little more on. Sorry. You guys, this is what I do. This is who I am. I want more. Let's put some more. Again, you could use a brush here, but it'd be really hard to get a lot of the white ink down. So by using the foam, it's just much easier. You could use Distress Oxide here to get a different color. So maybe you wanted like a green. You could do that. That would look nice on the Tide Pool. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'll take this out. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It really would be nice. I wish you could see it better, because it looks like the lines between kind of glow. That would be pretty with pigment powder on it, but I don't want to deal with that today. So I'm going to turn it inside out now and put it back into position and do the exact same thing. That way I have the same pattern on the inside as the outside. And you will see in a moment, again, why I do that. I'm going to do a Z fold, and it just is helpful. Anyway. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking wrong here. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. See, that's what happens. But I do have another piece of cardstock. I will tell you what you could do here, though. And I'll actually kind of finish it. All right, I messed up. Do-do-do. Just stick with me. Stick with me. Okay, so now look at the inside and the outside are the exact same. Now, I wasn't really thinking here. I wasn't thinking. Hold on, please. Hold, please. Yeah, I can shift gears. I can shift gears, but let me think for just a second. Let me think for just a second. I'm just going to cut it off so I can use it again. What? Okay. Let me tell you what I did. So it's the same on the inside or outside. What you could do with this is die cut a circle here. And if you die cut a circle here, the pattern on the front and the pattern on the inside would be lined up. So you could have like a window. You could use that oval maybe or anything to cut a window here and then have the spinner there, like right at the center. And that way the patterns line up on the inside and outside. I plan to do a Z-fold card, and I forgot I should have done all my inking on this side. So I think I'm going to cut and assemble. I think that's what I'll do. Let me think, just give me a moment here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut and assemble. So sorry about that. Yeah, I could, I'm not doing a normal spinner. You could, by doing a, cut a circle here, you could do a normal spinner. I'm gonna do a Z-fold, okay? It's a little different, and I'm sorry I just threw you all off. This is the, I told you I was kind of not in the right sorts today. Okay, so there we go. We have two pieces that are exactly the same. Now I am going to take one of them. Let's take this one, and I'm going to cut it right down the center in half. So it's at 2 1/8. Cut it right down the center in half, and you'll see why in a moment. All right, I'm going to take my other half, my other piece of Tide Pool. Now I'm really out of it. I'm going to score it right down the center at 4 1/4, so that's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Score it 4 1/4, then score at 2 1/8. That's halfway between, okay? So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. All right, so I'm going to fold that in half. Then this, I'm going to flip and fold. Excuse me. Come on. Flip and fold like that. So this is what's called a Z-fold card. See? Now this one I'm going to glue to the inside. I will glue to the inside in a moment. And then this one, I'll glue, was that the left? Yeah. And you can see how the pattern continues. And then it would open like that. All right. I just didn't think right. So see how the pattern continues from the front to the inside? That's what I wanted. But we need to do some die cutting. I need to create a window, a partial window right here. All right, so hold on. I need to get a circle die that is bigger than my chicken. It could be an oval die. It could be a rectangle, whatever you want. But you want it to be bigger than whatever is spinning. And not just, I think a little bit more, extra room is good. So let me get, hold on, I'm getting my circle die out here. All right, so that's a good one. See that circle die? All right, so let's do, I need it to cut there on the front. Yeah, an egg shape would be fun. I don't have an egg shaped die. Z-fold, yes. So there's my Z-fold. It stands really cool on display. I'm going to put this right at the top center. I think that's a good position. And I'm going to tape this here. Now, I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. So it cuts like a half moon right here. All right, so here we go. So this is folded. Bear with me, I'm thinking through this along with you. See, this is, I did 2 lives where like I was winging it and it worked. I shouldn't have done a winging it on a day where I'm feeling kind of off, but we'll get there. I appreciate your grace and patience. Yeah, an egg-shaped die would be really fun here. So now see how it's got a window here? That's fun. All right, now we'll have this here. That's going to be there. So I need to cut it to the same. So let's see. What I'll do is open it up. So this will get, I can go ahead and glue it. That's a good idea. Sorry I'm not getting to answer as many questions too. Normally I do. So I'm putting glue on this side of the window. I'll place this, this has got like a little fuzzy. A fuzzy. Do you ever get fuzzies? So I'm just gonna sand the fuzzy off with a paper sander. Okay, now this gets glued right on here. Hope that's the right piece. I will look and check in a moment. Get this glued right on here. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I'm trying to get this. Yeah. Oh, yes. Here Arts does have a nesting egg die set. I didn't think about that. And this will go on the inside. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I will take the circle die, and I need it to cut that now. So I'll just pop it back in place. So you can see me pop it in so it lines up there. Then I'll put tape on here. Run that through. It should be the right direction. I think it's the right direction. I hope it's the right direction. What do I know? At this point, where do I get my paper sanders? These are, Mike will put them into the supply list. And to see the supply list, you go to the live link that's at the top of my YouTube description. Okay, that doesn't really, I didn't line up right. Oh, I didn't center it right. I'm falling apart today, guys. I'm falling apart. I didn't make sure it was centered. You got to do a trick to make sure it's centered. Let me think, guys. Let me think. Okay. I'm not going to be able to make this work. All right, change of gears. Sorry. I can go back to doing it the correct way now. But it can't be tide pool again. So it's going to have to be, let's think here. Maybe I have some tide pool in there. Hold on. No, I just have these pieces of tide pool. Maybe we can do aqua sky. It's brighter. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can try to make it work. Let me try one more time to make it work with a bigger circle die. It won't like it to be cut that much again, but I'll do it anyways. Hold on, I'm gonna try to save it. Now what I did is, I didn't make sure I had my circle. See that right there? You can see that lip there? That bugs me. It bugs me. So I'm gonna cut a bigger circle die, but you need to do a trick to make sure you have your circle centered. Let me show you. This one be big enough? No, let me get this one and go for one size bigger.
You just cut the extra off.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. We're gonna try this. You never know. It'll at least make it better, I'm hoping. So first I am taking, this is a slightly bigger circle, so I'm just gonna make my big circle bigger to try to fix it. I'm first gonna cut it from just some scrap cardstock. Yeah, I could fussy cut. There's a lot of things I could do, but I gotta get it right. This is the way I roll. And I wanna be able to show you this anyways. So you need to make sure you have the circle halfway. The trick you do is I'm gonna be using this circle die to cut the window. So I cut it from scrap cardstock and I'm gonna fold it in half. Let me fold that in half. Now I can use this as a guide to make sure I get it right. Okay, so just let me show you what I'm thinking here. So I'm going to open this up. Pretend that hole isn't there. Okay, pretend that hole is not there. I will line this circle up so that my fold line on the circle lines up with that score line. That should work. It should work. So I got that lined up there. put this circle on it, circle die on here. So I'll show you again, just a second. Hold on. Okay, so there, remember there's that fold line on my note card there for the Z fold? I'm lining up that score line with the score line on my circle, and that way I know my circle is centered just right instead of eyeballing it. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. Tina said, what circle? All right, so let me run this through again. It's not going to want to cut through all of those layers, but we'll fix it. Yeah, listen, folks, I struggle like this a lot when I make cards. I just usually edit it out, or I plan ahead so this doesn't happen live because I don't want to mess you, like waste your guys' time. But now you know. So now, see how that lines up? Because I used that scrap circle, I folded it in half. So now I knew where to make that centered on the front. So now there you go, see? Bing, bing, bing. All right. Okay. Breather. Man, I wish I had some wine. Let me take a break just to breathe for a moment. I'll answer a question. Carolyn asked, she's running low on tape runner. Which one do I recommend? I'm really liking this Altenew. The Altenew tape runner. That's probably the one that I reach for the most. Yeah, that's probably the one I reach for the most. I also like the Tombow Air. That's a good one too. Either of those. And they have refills available. Now, here's a few things that I'm realizing right now. Now you could take the other half of that panel we did and glue it right here. So then when it's closed, you kind of have that continue. You could have a circle there. And then when you open it up, you have plenty of room to write. Let me think what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's think. Or I could put this whole thing on the inside. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Maybe put a circle in there. Maybe a circle that opens. I don't know. All right, let's get going. I saved the Tide Pool. I saved it. Yeah, just barely. Gosh, this is painful. This has been, ooh, oh, that's fun. To set it off kilter. Okay, so now we have that can go on the inside. Now let me figure this out. Let's put our spinner guy, and then we'll figure out the inside, because it's gonna need some time to dry. So I've got my spinner, right? I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna put liquid adhesive just along the, well actually, yeah, just along the back of the score line. This is gonna take a little bit of time to dry. So I put that right there. Then I'm gonna lay my thread right into that adhesive. But I'm not closing my card because it'll want to glue it shut. I'm just gonna, let's get some magnet. I'm gonna put the thread up here. There we go. And then the thread down here. There we go. Put some magnet down. I am such a mess today. Okay, so now that thread is going to dry in that glue, and it'll just dry clear, and it'll hold it there. Okay, this will probably take some time, so we'll work on the other stuff while we're doing it. Okay, so I just put some glue around that thread there. Another thing you can do is put a piece of tape. If I can find my clear tape, maybe I should have done that first. See here, you can have a piece of tape back here because nobody's going to see the Scotch tape on the back side, plus it's clear, and that will help to hold that thread in there, and then some clear tape at the top. Thank you for saying this is fun, because this is incredibly stressful. Okay, I put some tape there just to hold it. So now you can see how our string, it's still wet. I'm going to hold it there. See how the string is stretched. Hold on, give me a minute. I can't, so that's what I would normally do, but it's going to take too long for the adhesive to dry. And that string would just dry there, but it's going to take too long in the video, or in the live. So I'm going to change gears again. You think the bigger circle works better with the, you guys are too nice, because this is not good. My brother's like watching me crash and burn. All right, I normally put that glue there and let it dry, and that clear glue would hold, it would dry clear around the thread and hold it there. But since we don't have time, I'm just going to, for it to dry, I'm just going to use tape. So this is another thing, another way you can do it. Put a magnet there to hold that, and a magnet down here to hold the string down here, because we want it kind of taut. But I'm lining up the thread with that fold line. Okay, so the thread is lined up with the fold line. So I'm going to put a piece of tape here. And remember, I said earlier, normally I would use clear thread or fishing line here, but I wanted you to be able to see the thread as I assembled it. Okay, so I put some clear tape at the top and the bottom. Now I'm afraid that might slide out, so here's a little trick that I do. I'm going to take, this is helpful, watch. I'm going to take this thread and fold it back up and lay it down and put another piece of tape. And that way it's less likely to slide through because I folded the piece up, and then we'll trim off the excess. Can you check on Lila for me? See if she's okay. All right, and then here, watch, I'm gonna fold it back on itself and put another piece of tape. And that just makes sure that that doesn't, is it upside down? No, I don't think it's upside down. I hope it's not upside down. No, cut that. So that doesn't take, no, watch. So what will happen is you wind them up. We're getting there, guys, we're getting there. So this is how it would come in out of the envelope. And then when you open it, see, he spins. Isn't he cute? Okay, so now we got to finish the rest of the card. We got to finish that. I think I want to glue this in here and then put like a white circle behind him, or maybe a darker. Let's see, I've got, could be Tide Pool. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with this. This is, I'm cutting a circle using Tide Pool and that same circle that I cut here, okay? The same circle die. So we're getting there. You know what's the bad part here? I have no idea what I'm doing for a sentiment. None at all. Where it's going, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's a whole nother issue I've got coming. Doing the chicken dance. All right, so this is, I want to have go in here. But I want it darker. You guys, all I do, here's the thing. I'm always hard on myself when it comes, because I want to make sure that I'm doing my best work for you guys. But I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like the overthinking. I like getting it just right. And you all know throughout this that you could simplify this in so many ways. I mean, you could have done the chicken with the wobbler. You could have done, skip the plaid background, maybe use a pattern paper there and just done a basic Z-fold. It would be so much easier. But when you're doing this window trick, the spinning Z-fold, make sure you do the trick that I showed you with the half circle to help you get it positioned just right. I should have done that. Yeah, I couldn't find a slightly darker cardstock to the Tide Pool. Well, I probably could have. But this is a better trick, is I'm inking it with Tide Pool. So it's gonna, this will end up drying and matching the darker squares we did. And that will look nice back there. But this will dry and smooth out. So I made my cardstock a little bit darker. That's my little trick there. Next, I need to get, let me get one circle bigger. One circle bigger. All right. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna get, I got one circle bigger than the one I have here. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's quite bigger, but I think it'll be good. And I'm gonna cut that from white, so it has a nice mat. Yeah, I'm an overthinker. This is what I do. It's what I do. Yeah, daylight savings time. I'm telling you, I did not sleep this week at all. My sleep's been much better, but this week was really rough. And then last night I actually got a good night's sleep, and they took an hour of it away. There, that's nice, because that'll be on the inside. Maybe, nope. Hold, please. They took an hour away. I don't like it. Okay. Yeah, I should do a spice cider cardstock, because that's Greg's favorite color. All right. So I think I like that better. There we go. That's what I want. The white stood out too much. So I used a slightly larger circle and cut it from just Tide Pool. Now I'm really out of it. As a mat for the one that we inked. Look at that. Yeah, you guys, keeping it real. Like this is, we all struggle with things. You got to also remember, this is my job. I don't know about you, but I think anybody who has a job struggles. You're just getting to see it. But I do like the overthinking, I'll be honest. Okay, so I'm thinking that would look good in there. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna have you guys vote. Mike, we're gonna do a poll.
Okay.
Do you like that dark pool circle behind the chicken? Or would you prefer a white circle behind the chicken? So the dark pool circle there, or the white? And it would be in here, on the inside. So the dark pool, or the white? I figured out which one I like the most. But I'm gonna let you all vote. Okay? So is it up there?
Yep.
All right, the poll's up there. White circle or dark circle? Let me know what you think. Okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna get some black dots out for his eyeballs because, you know, who doesn't want little black dots for eyeballs? And of course, my black dots are upstairs because I'm organizing them. Let's find some different ones. Here we go. These are Trinity Stamps embellishments. What kind of vote do we have?
Let's see.
Oh, dark pool. I was going to go for white.
You actually have white this time.
Yeah, well, there you go. So these are Trinity Stamps Gloss Black. They are little black rhinestones, and the reason I like them, Mike, can you put in this on the live page, Gloss Black from Trinity?
Yep. I'd already put Trinity on, but yeah.
Okay, the reason is, see these teeny, they're great for eyeballs. Now, I need bigger to cover that little eye that I already has, but I do like that they have the teeny in there. It's great for little critter eyes, like if you're doing, like Lawn Fawn has tiny little eyes, and it just gives it a little shine. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that makes me feel so much better. And then we'll put one on the other side too. Oh, don't spill those, Jennifer. Okay. There. Oh my goodness. Aren't those cute? I mean, look how teeny tiny. These are honestly, these are the ones that I spent a lot of money on. I bought like 4 packs of these on their website last night because I like those little eyeballs. I use them on all of my little critters. And now his eye kind of glistens and it stands out. All right, so you wanted the pool. They said pool. We're going with pool. Yeah, the white I think would make it pop. But I'm going with what you all voted. Now, before I glue it all together, though, I'm going to think about a sentiment. Now, something I could have done is made this so that the circle is on the bottom and put the have a happy day along the curve. See the have a happy day? But now I could just do it right there. That's kind of nice. Have a happy day. Then, so here's what I'm thinking. I could do have a happy day here. And then right here on this circle, it'll be hidden by the chicken when the card's closed. I would put You're One Cool Chick or Still a Spring Chicken right there, so that you don't see it when it's closed, but then when you open, you'll see it. And then do Have a Happy Day here. But then I gotta think about what colors I'd do that in. I think I would do black on vellum, maybe. I think that's what I will do. Yeah. So let's do Have a Happy Day real quick. See where we get with that. I'm gonna cut the Have a Happy Day from black and white and see what we got. Spring Has Sprung would be great here. Oh, here's another option. Remember these? The Happy Easter? You could put that, like that down there. That'd be another option. You could put a tiny sentiment on his belly. So I could do like on a little circle die cut or on a sentiment strip across there. It's one idea. By the way, I had said, you know, you can always use other products to do the things that I talk about. Can you scroll it? For example, here, if you don't have the chicken, any element here could spin. And if you're not able to make a two-sided die cut like I did, you could just put your stamped image on a circle die and have a circle spinning. Okay, so this is something that you can do with other supplies you may have. I always like to mention that because I know not everybody can get the chicken set. Oh my gosh, he's so cute though. So I could do Have a Happy Day here. And I want the sentiment in black because I really want it to stand out and it pulls the eye. But I don't know if I'm going to do, I could do this on vellum. Where did my, oh, here they are. I could do the black on vellum or I can do it on the white. The white really stands out a lot though. Or on Tide Pool. Let me try Tide Pool. Hang please. Another mistake that you probably didn't notice, but it's there, is I should have heat set my white pigment ink before I ran it through the die cut machine because the die cut plates kind of took some of that white ink off. But see, we're learning. So I don't like that as much. I think that gets lost. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, should I do Have a Happy Day, Mike? We're gonna vote on white or Tide Pool. So it could be Tide Pool here or vellum. So the letters are gonna be in black. Should they be on the Tide Pool? On the white? I'm not doing yellow because it would look like a bee.
What was that again?
White pool or vellum.
White.
Here's the white, or the vellum would be, I'd cut it out of vellum. Let me see here. Let me show that too. Let's see, white, pool, or vellum. I'm not going to do butterscotch. You know why? I feel I can show it, but I feel like it would look like a bee, a bumblebee. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna show it with vellum, and then you can vote. So there's white. I don't think it's Tide Pool. I don't think that's the right option. And there it is with vellum. So tell me, white or vellum? The white really does stand out quite nicely. But let's see what you all say.
Put it on white.
White.
I'm going to go vellum.
Mike's going vellum. I'm going to give you some more time to vote. I think you can change your vote if you change your mind too. I might add, you know what I probably will do? I want some, if I use white here for the background, I'll want some white on him to kind of pull it together. So what I might do is put some little, cut this die from white and fill in some of the little dots on him with white. Does that make sense? Or maybe put like I could do a white, I could even do a white handkerchief on him. Or they have a bow tie too. Or maybe, oh, you know, be fun? Like a cluster of 3 little flowers on his neck with little leaves. So I will add some white there to pull it together. But white got the vote, so I'm gonna go with the white. So let me glue this together. Now, I didn't do it because I've already cut it, but you see how intricate this little die cut, how intricate it is? That is, it's tricky to get the liquid adhesive on the back of. So what oops, and I even put it in the wrong spot. So what I would have done normally is put double-sided adhesive on the back of a piece of black cardstock and then die cut it. So it would make it an intricate sticker instead of an intricate die cut that I'm trying to position on my own. But I already cut it. You could also stack die cuts here. Yeah, white flowers or a scarf. I will ask Mike to create a poll. But first, let me finish this and get it on there so that you can see where it's going to go and what's going to happen. I still haven't put the inside together. So much for doing 2 cards today. Oh my gosh, it's 3 o'clock. I don't think I've ever spent as much time on a live on 1 card. But I'm hoping you've seen some ideas here along the way. I'm hoping. Okay, so there's oh, I love that. I love that. That would be nice just along like a flower bouquet on a card. I like that. Now, what I'm going to do is put glue on the back left of it. But first, hold please. Where'd he go? Oh, here he is. What's wrong? Oh, take the charger.
I did. It's just got a.
Oh, well done. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a white bandana or white flowers. Should I do a white bandana or white flowers? Mike's going to do a vote on. Oh, he's doing it now. White bandana or white flowers on my chicken, so that.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
It has some white, or I could do white polka dots. All right, so here's my sentiment. Now watch this. Oh, it's a hen, her, not him. So it's a her. It's a hen, so it's a her. Her. Oh, that's right, her name's Trudy. I'm putting adhesive only in the back left of the sentiment and then gluing it down. I don't have it on the back right because I don't want to glue my card closed. Actually, I'm going to make it higher. Yeah. There we go. Is that your stomach? Oh my goodness. I haven't eaten lunch either. That was bad. I have leftover from last night. Okay, so this will, see? Isn't that fun? Or nothing. I could do white polka dots too. Did you put it up?
No.
Okay, so white bandana, white flowers, or white dots. Just put a few little white dots in there. And just so that there's some white up there. So Mike's gonna put that in the vote. There it is. It's in the vote. And while you guys vote on that, I'm gonna work on the inside here. I think while you guys vote, I could just do that. Inside. Yeah, I could do that. That's what I'll do. And I can save this one for another one. All right, so I'm going to take this piece and glue this on. You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. This is going to get glued right on the inside. I'm going to make sure that the front matches up with it. There we go. I'm going to have to trim a little bit off the sides. CZ is here? She's still here? She can't still be here.
White flowers.
CZ is she's my chicken. I call her chicken. All right, so there we go. I'm getting the inside done. They're saying white flowers? Mm-hmm. Now this is going to get glued on the inside, and I'm going to make sure that that dark pool lines up with that curve that we have cut. So now, the reason, see how this is all plain tide pool? That's where you can write your message. You can write something on that. All right? So there we go.
I like to comment. I need Mike to create polls for me on craft day. I rely on my son and my husband, and they will help at all.
Yeah, the sons and husbands aren't always the best help. Let me look. Let me look. Okay, so this is what we've got going on so far. I need to trim off the bottom a little bit. This is where I start, like, so I overthink as I go. Today was really, though, like that. Actually, no, I do that a lot. But then I start zeroing in on the details. No flowers. What was the vote? Flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
40.
So watch. This is what's fun about it. Comes out of the envelope like this, and it spins.
He's a spin chicken, not a spring chicken.
Instead of a spring chicken, he's a spin chicken. Okay, so now I want to put that sentiment in there. Now I'll tell you what I would normally do. Your computer really died, didn't it? And remember, there was a stamp set, so you could have stamped your chicken. A necklace. See, I think, yeah, that could be fun too. What I would normally do here, okay, is white heat emboss right there. In fact, I might do that off screen. But I can't white heat emboss on this right now. If I white heat emboss on this right now, the embossing powder would stick to this, because remember I put ink on that, and it takes time to dry or you got to heat set it. Oh, white pearls would be good too. You've never seen a spinning hen, Ginny? I haven't either. So that I probably do still a spring chicken right there. Another thing you could do, another thing that would be fun in there, have a little chicken coming out of an egg, and it's hidden behind him. And when you open it up, there's like a chicken and an egg there. Should I do, and I could always skip the sentiment or put it somewhere else. I could put it right there. Should I do the sentiment here? Only the sentiment, that's it? Or should I put a baby chick behind it? What do you think? Mike, do a poll, will you? What should I put here? A sentiment? It would be white heat embossed, or a little chick. Yeah, maybe I'll put little white pearls on her neck. That could work too. I'm going to see what the handkerchief looks like, because I think the handkerchief is super cute. Maybe I could do a multicolored handkerchief. All right, so he's going to do baby chick or sentiment. Let me see here. Let's see what a white flower would look like too. I know you guys voted on this. Sometimes though, I have veto abilities. So I could do, there's the handkerchief. Let me get a little flower. All right, so everybody wants a small chick. Okay. Let's look here. The edited replay of this, I might have to just remake it. I just might have to remake it. I might do that. I might remake this card the way I should have made it from the beginning and do that as my edited replay instead. I think that would be better use of your time. So that's the bandana. Here I could do like one white flower here, put a yellow gem at the center, and put like little green leaves coming out. Okay, but first, what was the other thing we wanted a chick on the inside. So should I do a chick coming out of an egg or just a chick?
Another poll, or?
Yeah. Should I do a chick coming out of an egg or just a chick standing there by himself? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Chicken and egg or chicken? Does that make sense? Maybe in that video I could do the pecking too. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of time this week though. Or I could do the line of pearls too. You know what? That might be the best bet. Let me see here. Let's see here. All right, he put a poll up. So here's some white pearls. I could do like little white pearl necklace, or I could just do little white pearls in the pattern. Like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. One side could be one thing and one side could be the other. I don't know if you can even see those on there. I'm going to think about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. Okay, what did they say? Chick in an egg or just chick?
Coming out of an egg so far.
Okay, coming out of an egg. Okay, I'm going to do a white egg because I think that white will be a nice pop in there. And we'll do some Tide Pool underneath it. Okay, I've got to figure out how they did it. I've got to figure out the dye. Is that the right one? Hold on, I got to find... I might have... I'm going to do it different. I'm going to do it different because that's what I always end up doing. I'm going to kind of do it my own way here. Okay, here's the other half. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to do a Tide Pool base. All right, Tide Pool base, a white egg, and then a yellow duck. No, chicken. You like the pearls. Okay, you like the white pearls. Okay, I probably will do the pearls, but I'm going to wait on that because that will take some time to dry, and I don't want to fuss with that right now. I have some glue goobers. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to want to remake this because there's more that I would do to that background too. There's more I would do to that background. So I'll probably remake it, and that would be, I don't know. It would be faster than editing this video down. And some people prefer the edited. All right, so I have the base to the egg and then the egg. So this will give us little blue dots on our egg because, you know what? Who cares? I think it exists in my world. So there's the bottom of the egg. Here's my little chick. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. And we need orange. Oh, I get to use my tiny black pearls. What's wrong?
I was wondering what's under my foot that keeps hurting. It's got embellishment.
Mike had something on the bottom of his foot that was hurting. And it wasn't a pearl that he stepped on because I'm organizing them upstairs. The pool that I used for that little bit was a scrap. Oh, Ken's on his way home. He survived skiing.
When's he back?
Late. Okay. So this can get, so there's a little shadow and you glue this guy on here. Do, 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 do. Okay, so there's our little guy. I'll still put eyes on him. And he's going to be coming out of my egg here. Oh, for pity's sake. Oh, that is so cute. And you could put the egg topper, like on top of his head. Like, I'm going to make his little wings come out. You could have that on top of his head, but I'm going to have it sitting next to him. So this goes on the inside. Look at that. Shoop. Go right there. Let's make sure he gets hidden. Yep. I'll make him go over a little to the left so that... No, I think it might go on his head. Yeah, that's cute. So he goes right in the center. Put the top of the egg up here. He's coming out of the egg. Now he needs eyeballs. Where'd I put him? Right here. Yeah, Ken is, yeah, he's retired. He can, no, he used to go, he went skiing every year with his friends for a long time. It's his childhood best friend. So that's not unusual for him. But he has been doing a little consulting. I think he was missing the work a bit. So he's been doing a tiny bit of consulting. Just an hour here and there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's cute. So I don't know. I love the sentiment that says you're still a spring chicken.
Not as good.
What?
Not as good.
Okay. Still a spring chicken. I love that. I could put it there if I want to make it a birthday card, or I could put it right next to it. That would be kind of cute. I should have done that. I could have moved this guy over and have him next to it. I think I'm going to skip the spring chicken. Oh, another thing I could do is your one cool chick. That would be good, like on a little, I could cut that in half and stamp it next to it. But I'm going to skip the inside. I'm afraid I will bulldoze it at this point. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So my personal message would be, you can write anywhere on this and it'll be hidden when it's closed. Okay, so let's spin them together. Spin them. It's like, has anybody been on the Slinky ride at Disney? Where it stops and it like revs up and it makes that noise. So I'm revving it up. I'll put it in the envelope like this and watch. So now he kind of spins there when he's on display. He kind of floats around, and that's one of the things I like about it. And then your personal stuff you can write on there. I ended up using a bigger circle because I messed up, right? But a smaller circle would give you more room over here. An oval probably would have been a great option here. An oval would have been really good. Let's see if Kristina's oval, I don't think her oval here would work for it. No, that'd be too small. But like I've got like an oval die, like, gotta find the right size. Where'd I move them? Oh, they're over here. Let me find an oval die that might work. So like this would have been nice. See, and I could have even gone smaller. That would give you more room to write on the inside. I should have done an oval. No, the back here, you can see the tape. But I don't think anybody's looking at that back there. Now, another thing is, if you don't like that you can see that bit of tape, you barely can see it. Remember what I said, I normally would put a line of liquid glue, lay my thread into it, leave it to dry, and then it would have been encapsulated in that clear glue, but I didn't want to take time for it to dry. Now, I think in that other video, I really should do it. If I used an oval, I would have cut an oval from scrap paper, fold it in half, right? Like we did like the circle, and that would make sure I get the oval placement just right. All right. So what I have left here is decorating. We're going to revote because I think that pearl necklace was cute. I started to put pearls across here. Mike, can you do a vote? Should I do the white flower or like a pearl necklace?
Where would it go?
The white flower would go on his neck, or I could do a white pearl necklace, and it would go right there. Can you see that? Put this down. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on. All right, Mike put up a new vote here. Look at that. Can you see those little white pearls on there? So either white pearls or a white flower with some little green leaves coming out. Yeah, I think I like the necklace. Let's see what you guys all say. Oh, okay. Well, I will go ahead and do a little necklace here. Okay, so I'm going to do a little necklace here. So what I do is I just take a little line there. And I have a mix of two different types in here. Oh, these are a mix. So I could do white or I could do iridescent. See, this is what I do, guys. In here I have regular white pearls. Oh, I could do bigger. I have regular white pearls and I have iridescent white pearls. I'm going to do iridescent. Yes, I'm going to go with the bigger because who said that? Somebody said it. I like it. The handkerchief, okay, I missed it. So I'm going to do slightly bigger white pearls. Oh, that is so cute. For pity's sake. when I woke up this morning and I thought about what I was going to do today, I will say make a spinning chicken with a pearl necklace was not on my bingo card. I really thought that I would be doing a floral stencil card or a shaker. Look at that. I need a boop dish. Yeah, I do.
That's cool.
Yeah, Mike, I agree.
Turned out great.
Look at that. Okay, that's cute.
Chicken came first.
So let me tell you a few other things that I would do differently. I told you about maybe an oval. I would remember how I did the inside of the leaf for his tail. I probably would have done that with a darker pink to add some detail onto his fluff. Maybe that shouldn't be pink. Maybe that should be yellow. I don't know, but I'm going with the pink. I could also do a little pink heart on him. See, I overthink. Okay, so there's what we have. Stands up nicely on display. Let me think about some other things. So remember at the beginning where I messed up and I did the stenciling on the front of the card and I did it on the inside. Yeah, I will put pearls on the other side too. I just need this side to dry first. Remember how I did stenciling on the front of the card and the inside? What I should have done is take an open note card and stencil across the whole thing. Then I could cut the window and it would have come together much easier. Yes, I will do a pearl necklace on the other side. I want that to dry a little bit before I flip it over and mess around with it. Oh gosh, he's so cute. He's so cute. You know what? See, this is his beak is indented. I want it popped up. So this is the kind of stuff I do. I'm gonna inlay his beak. All right, are there any, this card is excellent. Well, the process was not excellent. It took a little bit of work. Does that tape fit? Oh, somebody asked that already. That was from earlier.
You put the pearls on both sides.
I will put the pearls on both sides. I'm just not there yet.
What sticky tool is that?
This pickup tool is Gina K. That's the one I use the most. It has a piercing tool on one end and a wax tip on the other end. I think it is a necessary tool. I never craft without it. It does come with lids. I don't keep the lids. Because you can pick up little pearls or tiny little die cuts and it just picks them right up and you can put them wherever you want it. And then you use the piercing edge to move it to the right place. So I have this little beak I just cut. I can pick it up with my glue here. I got that one already. So I'm gluing two little beaks in there, so now his beak sticks out instead of indentation. I'm weird that way.
Isn't Colin that like the word indentation?
Yes, Colin, when he was little, he was obsessed with the word indentation. He thought that was the coolest word ever. I don't know why. The glue that I use for gems, this is Gina K Connect liquid adhesive, and I've put it into a fine tip bottle, and she sells both, and they're in my supply list. Okay, so I am going to put, now I'll put the pearls on the other side too, because people want that. People want that.
Can't have half a necklace.
That's true.
Well, if it spins, yeah.
Yeah, I do. I do need to do that. Other questions?
Yeah. Do you have a preference for a tape runner?
I got that one already.
Okay. Looking for a stenciling grip mat using the Altenew. Can you compare it to the waffle flower?
Okay, grip mats. I'll tell you, the thing about grip mats, like I use the Altenew one to hold my stencils in place, there are a lot of great grip mats out there. There are a lot of great options, and I use them all. So there is the Altenew big one. There's a smaller Altenew square one. There are waffle flower ones. Gina K has one now. Simon Says Stamp has one. I will say, look at this mammoth size pearl. Look at that bad boy. Anyways, I will say I usually use, when I'm doing stenciling and I want like a big grip mat, I use the Altenew. But then I keep in my Misty either the Gina K one or the waffle flower one, but they all grip kind of the same. So I say whatever size works for you, or what you find on sale. All right, I answered that bottom one. Okay, so let's wind them up. I think I answered all those.
Okay.
All right, can you just go back to the regular? Yeah. If you have questions, ask. Yeah, an egg shape would be great. That would be fun. All right, so this is how I wind it up. Okay, and then I close it and I put it into the envelope. All right, and then when you open it, does my chicken need to spin? No. But is it fun that my chicken spins? Yes. What is my favorite white pigment ink for good coverage? Honestly, I think a lot of them are very similar. One would be, the one I use the most is the Hero Arts Unicorn white pigment ink. I've used it for, gosh, many years. I just re-ink it. Concord and Ninth has one. Gina K has one. Altenew has Cloud White, which is their round ink pad, and it's really good too. I think they're all very similar. So again, go with wherever you're shopping and maybe whatever's on sale. Will you trim the top like you did the bottom? I don't think I need to. I think it's okay. I trimmed the bottom because they weren't lined up really well. Oh, maybe the top isn't either. Yes, I'll trim it. Good question. All right. Oh, this was, I need wine after this. I may have to go to the store. This was stressful. Okay, look at that.
You're rounding third.
Oh, I can have
one last night.
Look at that. If I was traveling by plane, what supplies do I take? What I have done in the past, some people like to color, but what I usually do is do a bunch of pre-die cutting and keep them in little containers. Like I could pre-die cut a ton of chicken pieces and then assemble them. I just keep that container and some liquid adhesive and I assemble those. Or sentiments, like I could glue a bunch of have a happy days together, or I stitch felt. Have I seen the new Concord and Ninth colors coming in April? I have, and they're fantastic. But here's the thing, nobody does color better than Concord and Ninth. Hands down. And just the way the tones all fit together, it's outstanding. And so I know that they're gonna be good. If you enjoy color, sorry, I'm frazzled. If you just enjoy color, I did a live last week with Greg from Concord and Ninth. He has the best eye for color of anyone that I know in this industry. I think there's 6 new colors, 9, I don't know. I have them somewhere. I can't show you, but I could count. He has a better eye, he and his team have better eye for color than anybody I know. So I went live with Greg last week. I think it was my last live I did, so you can just look at my lives, and it's one right behind it. And we played a color game. You know, like the March Madness bracket that you have with basketball, where 2 colors go up against each other, then you end up with one favorite color. We did that live, and you guys all got to vote, and it was so much fun. I'm not going to tell you which color won, but it was a really fun thing to do, and you could hear Greg talk about why he liked certain colors and what they're good for, so I encourage you to watch that live. It was really, really fun. Am I going to add my swatches for Altenew's new ink colors? Yes, we'll add the ink swatches for the new colors. Yeah, the color bracket was fun. I think we're going to do that again. It was our first time. We were having tech issues, but it was really fun. Let's see, are there any other questions?
If there's any missing colors in any of those ink swatch things, please email us.
Yes, if you find like we're missing some ink colors from a company on my free downloads of ink swatches, just email help at Jennifer Maguire Ink and tell us which ones and we'll get them added. Or you can email Mike at jennifermaguireinc.com. And my free ink swatch downloads are over on my website under downloads. So here we go. We ready? That was a painful road. That was a painful road, but we did it. And I thank you for your help. So again, the things that I would change.
Giving birth, you know?
He's giving birth. Somebody did ask him to lay an egg, and he kind of did. I mean, there are a few things you could change along the way. I don't know. I might redo it. I might leave it. Not redo it, but film it again and how I should have done it without my mistakes. But who knows? Another fun thing I think would be nice is to do a white thin cardstock strip right along the edge there and then right along the edge there. But I'm not going to do it because, you know. Yeah, no pain, no gain. You're right. I still love it. I still love it when I struggle. I do. I just feel bad that you all had to watch the struggle bus. Do I have a blank swatch download? Yes, I do. So you can put in your own ink colors. But we have most companies' ink colors.
I actually don't think I have that one on. I will add that one today.
Okay.
I'll do ink swatch colors today.
We had it.
After pinball.
Oh, yeah. Mike bought a pinball machine. And so I think productivity is going down around here. We all play with it constantly. It's here at our house, at my house.
I'll add it to the list.
Isn't that fun? Enamel dots would be fun. Yes, Concord and Ninth has matching inks, cardstocks, enamel dots, and some envelopes. And they have full pads and ink cubes. All right, so there we have it. The chicken that almost didn't survive. He was almost roasted. There was a question that just went by. Thank you to your daughter. Tell her thank you. Just saw it go by. Are you doing another card class soon? Yes, Christina and I are going to have a new card class over at Online Card Classes soon. I'm not sure when the sign-ups will happen. I think it's in May. And it'll be done in the same kind of way our last holiday class was because people really liked that format. The format will be where you sign up for the class and it's reasonable cost, not much at all. And you have the option of using your own supplies along with class, or you can buy a bundle and do exactly what we do. And I think it's a nice option for everyone. It worked really well last time. And people really were able to use their own supplies with the class. We make sure that the techniques we do would work with other supplies. And we talk about it in the classes too. So stay tuned for that. Christina's designed the product for it already. And I think it's being made. And then we will announce it. Do I read these comments afterwards? Not always, because they go so fast. And I often can't.
There's almost 6,000.
Do that. Yeah, so almost 6,000 comments. I try to catch what I can. The Trinity link is not working, they said.
Oh, really?
Mike is going to fix it.
Just added those.
All right, so there we go. Be fun to also make them different on each side, but I don't know. I think he's so cute. She's cute, sorry. Yes, we know the chicken came before the egg, at least on this card. Isn't that fun? So again, yeah, Very Merry. Was that your first OCC class? Let me know if you liked it, because we really like that format. I also would have done that string in the clear. Remember that. That also would look nice because it's almost like he's floating there. Really, you wouldn't see that string much at all. But I did the white so you could see it more in the video.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh.
Mike is fixing the Trinity link. Will I do a live using the whirly dye, Lawn Fawn whirly dye? Didn't I do that? I don't know. Whirly, let me see which one that is. I think I did a video using the whirly dye. So if you search on my blog under the Give It a Whirl, just search on Give It a Whirl, that video should come up. Is that it? Oh, good. I'm glad you liked So Very Merry. It was a very great class, a very fun class. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't have the energy to try another one. Sorry. Yeah, no, sorry, 6,000 comments. They're hard to go through them all. But I try. I do. One thing I will say is if you watch a video and you leave a regular comment, not like a chat comment, but a regular comment, I do have a friend, her name's Jana, and I hired her to look at all of my YouTube comments, and then she will answer questions she knows. And if she doesn't, she asks me and I give her the answer and she posts it. So if you ever have a question, you can put it in YouTube chat or YouTube comments. I can't always, it takes some time, but I get to them eventually. Usually within like a week or so, we have the answers up.
Link is good now. You may have to reload the page.
Trinity link works now. You just have to reload the page. But you can always ask questions in the regular comments. It's hard for me to answer them all as I'm live, when I'm live. But you can leave comments after this. By the way, here's that one of my aprons. Well, not mine. Brutus Monroe sells them, but it's my little logoes. Those are available now. It's in the description. He makes them in his facility. Can you scroll it again? Whose oval die was that? The oval die, this is one of my most used oval dies or die sets. It is the Essential Ovals from Spellbinders. Essential Ovals from Spellbinders. Oh, somebody asked about the rainbow inking. Yeah, I think I'll show that real quick because I think that's fun. And then I'm going to go eat. I have leftover. Oh, I need a giveaway too. Oh, what was the giveaway going to be? Oh, I know what it is because I have two. Okay, the giveaway, I'm going to do a giveaway. Let me show you. Hold on, I got to get it together. I'm going to give away.
Comment in the chat.
Yeah, leave it for a chance for the giveaway. You leave a comment in the chat. If you've left a comment, that works too. And then I will. Mike's going to pick in a few minutes. The winner will get the Easter Blessings and the Happy Easter die from Concord and 9th, and then a bunch of embellishments that I realize I have two of or I have too many of. Okay, so you'll get that and embellishment. So Mike will pick a winner in a moment, but let me first show you how I would do the rainbow because I knew somebody would probably ask and I was curious too. All right, so here we go. Remember this does like a mod kind of circle background, which I think is so cool. And all you have to do is do those circles. It's basically just lining up the stencils, inking them with different colors. You could do that on a background and then put a sentiment in the center and you're good. But she also has these that I noticed line up. So say you want a little rainbow like on the bottom corner of your card. So put that down. So it's lined up on the bottom corner of my card. So on that outside one, I would want, I'm not going to do all of the arches because it'll just take too long. But it'll give you an idea of how to do it. Okay. So you have a few choices. You could mask. So what I'll do is I'll just hold this circle here so I can mask and only get the outside arch. And I'm not going to do a great job here. This is just for demonstration purposes. So I just cover up the other arches. There I did some sweet pea there. See the sweet pea? Then the next one, let's do a red there. I'm going to do poppy in honor of Kristina. That's her favorite color. Some people, I saw somebody ask earlier about my boxes with giveaways stuff. I have an old blog post. Mike, can you put, it was like Thanksgiving 2 years ago, the crafty Goodie boxes. I think if you search on Goodie boxes, it'll come up.
Yeah.
I have an old post. You just leave your name there if you're interested. And what I do is instead of just giving my old stuff away, I give it away and ask you to make a small donation to a charity. And the donation is like, I think it's $100, and you get like almost $1,000 worth of stuff. So that way, I don't know, it helps a good cause too. So I would go and do each arch a different color here. So I do yellow, green, whatever. So pretend I did that, all right? Then I'd come in with this one and line it up to ink between. So I just line that up. Where did that go? Here it is, I need that. Let's do a peach. Let's do watermelon here. Mike is getting the link. Oh, I didn't press that down.
And I'm going to be doing some of those, picking some of those soon.
So whenever I have a box of stuff ready to go away that I've purged, he will just go to that blog post, look at all the comments, and randomly pick one. And then he will email that person and ask if they're interested in a box. And all we ask is that you make the donation. You make it usually directly to a charity. And then we send you the box. And I cover the shipping. So, what?
In the past we haven't.
Oh, we haven't? They give the money for the shipping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes. It just depends.
Just being honest.
That's okay. It's okay. I've changed a lot. Yeah, I do international.
Yes, we do.
With international, I think we kind of split the cost of the shipping. You don't even need a mask. Look, you can use your brush to kind of control it. Again, I'm not doing this complete. I'm just demonstrating how you would do the rainbow. And there you can keep going. So I would just keep going with the arches. Isn't that fun? It looks kind of splotchy because I'm not doing the best inking. But isn't that fun? So I like that. I'm sure Kristina did that intentionally, designed that on purpose to layer like that. But I like that it gives you, this set gives you the rainbow look, if you like it, or just this mod circle background, which I think is really fun. Okay, so that's the rainbow one. I'm sure I'll use that again in the future. This would look good with just a sentiment right there. On the bottom of a card, real simple. All right. So the giveaway is a bunch of embellishments and the Easter greetings from Concord and 9th. Do you have a winner?
Yes, I do. It's Pamela Moniz, M-O-N-I-Z.
Pamela Moniz, is that right?
M-O-N-I-Z.
Pamela, if you, there she is, or no, that's not her.
No, say M-O-N-I-Z.
M-O-N-I-Z. I see a Shelly Moniz. Are there both out there?
There's a Pamela. Pamela's the one.
Okay, so Pamela,
I'll put the name.
you are, Mike's going to put it in the chat. Pamela, you're the winner. And all I need you to do is go to help@jennifermcguireinc.com. You can email that and you give us your address, or you can just go to my website and email through my website your address, and we'll get that sent to you. There you go. All right, man, that was a long live for one card. Sorry about that. I appreciate you.
More than that sometimes.
Well, I know, but of their time. I appreciate you sticking with me through this. And I knew coming into today's live I was going to be distracted, but we stuck with it. So coming up this week, I do have 2 more lives. One is on Tuesday, and that will be a pre-planned one where I have stuff prepped and I'll make cards, several cards, and it is a 4-for-1 card technique where you prep things once and it results in 4 cards. Then Thursday is a stretch your supplies video where I again have it pre-planned, and I think there's some traditional masculine type cards in that one. And then I probably will have a regular pre-recorded video also, if I get there. Sometimes I just, run out of steam. All right, I think that is it for today. I really thank you for being here for all this time. I hope you got some crafting done on your own. And I will see you again on Tuesday. Thanks for being here. Mike's not ready.